For decades, George Clooney has been one of the most admired actors and public figures on the planet. But behind the cameras and red carpets, recent events have painted a more sobering picture of the star's life, one riddled with hidden challenges and a medical crisis that caught even his closest friends off guard. It all began when George Clooney suddenly disappeared from public appearances earlier this year. While his team tried to keep things under wraps, whispers began to spread across Hollywood: something was wrong. Paparazzi noticed his absence from major events, including key promotional tours and film festivals. Fans started speculating wildly. Was it a secret film project? Was he laying low from the media? But the truth was far more serious. Insiders later confirmed what many feared: George Clooney had suffered a serious medical emergency that required hospitalization. The specific nature of the illness was not immediately disclosed, but sources close to the Clooney family described it as a life-altering scare. Clooney was rushed to an elite private medical facility where he was monitored around the clock by specialists. What's even more startling is that Clooney's health scare wasn't entirely unexpected. In fact, some close friends noted that he had been ignoring key warning signs for months, including persistent fatigue, sudden weight loss, and recurring migraines. While Clooney himself brushed them off as symptoms of aging or stress, Amal Clooney, his brilliant and ever-vigilant wife, knew something was terribly wrong. While the public waited for updates, Amal Clooney broke her silence in a rare emotional statement to close friends and associates, one that has since been leaked to private sources. And what she shared is absolutely heartbreaking. According to Amal, George had been pushing his body to the brink with intense work schedules, endless travel, and limited rest. Despite numerous attempts to slow him down, she admitted, George never listened. He didn't want to show weakness. She described countless nights where she saw him struggling, barely able to get out of bed, yet insisting on attending meetings and working on philanthropic projects. But what hit hardest was when Amal reportedly confessed that doctors had warned them that this could have been fatal if they had waited any longer. Her voice, described by one insider as cracking with emotion, underscored the sheer gravity of the situation. It wasn't just a scare, it was a wake-up call for one of the most powerful couples in the world. This crisis also tested the very foundation of their marriage. George and Amal Clooney are often seen as the gold standard of celebrity relationships, a power couple blending Hollywood charisma with humanitarian brilliance. But Amal's recent remarks shed light on the silent burden she carried, trying to juggle her high-stakes legal career with the emotional weight of caring for a very sick partner. In private conversations, Amal reportedly revealed how frustrating and heartbreaking it was to see the man she loved, the father of her children, pushing himself to near collapse. He gives so much to the world, she said, but sometimes he forgets he has to give back to himself too. And while the couple has weathered their fair share of challenges, this health scare became a turning point, forcing them to reevaluate not only George's lifestyle but their entire outlook on fame, family, and what truly matters. Perhaps the most touching element in George Clooney's road to recovery was the role of his twins, Ella and Alexander. According to friends close to the family, George was overwhelmed with guilt when he realized how close he had come to not seeing his children grow up. This epiphany reportedly shattered him emotionally and motivated him to commit to a complete lifestyle change. Sources say George now adheres to a new daily routine centered around rest, mindfulness, and spending quality time with his family. He's taken a step back from some of his film commitments and has placed a firm boundary on the kind of work he'll take moving forward. No more overworking, no more burnout, he told a friend. My kids deserve their father at full strength. While some outlets have reported bits and pieces of this story, most have missed the emotional core of this crisis. This isn't just a celebrity getting sick. This is a cautionary tale about ignoring the signs, about toxic productivity, and about how love can be the only anchor in times of storm. The tabloids may focus on Clooney's past relationships, red carpet looks, and box office earnings, but the real story here is human. It's about vulnerability, about admitting when you're not okay, and about learning that even icons like George Clooney are not invincible. The good news is that George Clooney is now on the road to recovery, and those closest to him say he's more determined than ever to live a meaningful life. He's reportedly working on a memoir that will explore his health scare and the lessons he's learned from it, while Amal continues to fight for international human rights with her trademark passion and brilliance. If this story touched you as much as it touched us, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. We'll continue to bring you the real stories behind Hollywood's headlines, not just the gossip, but the heart. Let us know in the comments, what would you do if someone you loved ignored their health warning signs? Would you speak up like Amal did?